Best Smartphones of 2020. Manufacturers continued to increase the power of smartphones and surprise us with cameras. The new Samsung with a completely new photo module, the budget flagship from Huawei, the first Apple device with 3 cameras, and other devices are in our selection of the best smartphones of 2020 that you can buy right now. Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra. This year, Samsung came out with 3 equally powerful flagships. The main advantage of the Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G was an innovative camera. It received 4 sensors. The main sensor by default takes a resolution of 12 megapixels and combines not 4, but 9 pixels. Space zoom technology allows you to get a picture with 100x digital zoom. And Samsung Galaxy S20 Ultra 5G is the first smartphone in the world that can shoot video with 8K resolution. Among other advantages, a fresh powerful Samsung Exynos 990 chip, 12GB of RAM, a dynamic AMOLED 2X display with a refresh rate of 120 Hz. The package bundle is also pleasing. The smartphone comes with improved Galaxy Buds Plus wireless headphones, which are now charged from any Qi standard wireless charger, and not just from the Samsung brand. But you can't call an elegant smartphone. The mass of the 6.9-inch giant is 222 grams. Still, such a screen and a large 5000 mAh battery require a lot of space. iPhone 11 Pro. In the iPhone 11 Pro, Apple first used a triple rear camera. Accordingly, the design of the rear panel of the smartphone has changed, as soon as they did not joke about the location of the lenses. In front, the device is similar to the iPhone X's. The frames of the 5.8-inch screen are still more noticeable than many Android competitors, and the cutout is also here. On the rear panel there is a unit with 3 cameras of 12 megapixels each, wide-angle, telephoto, ultra-wide 120 degrees. The updated night mode deserves special mention. It activates independently and makes pictures in the dark more detailed. Also, the new flagship received an improved A13 Bionic processor, a slot for 2 SIMs, physical plus eSIM, and an increased 3110 mAh battery. Instead of a standard charger, the device comes with a quick charge of 18 watts, up to 50% in half an hour. As for memory, there are modifications on sale with 64GB, 256GB and 512GB. Honor View 30 Pro. Honor View 30 Pro is the most powerful on a smartphone, which, nevertheless, boasts a reasonable price. The platform uses a 7nm Kirin 990 chip. By default, it supports 5G networks. It has an 8GB RAM, 256GB storage, however memory cards are not supported. The battery for 4100 mAh is responsible for autonomy, thanks to which the gadget easily lives about a day and a half. The smartphone supports super fast wired, fast wireless and reverse wireless charging. 3 main cameras are used here, and each has its own characteristics. The 40-megapixel main sensor takes good photos in the dark even without night mode. The 12MP wide-angle module takes pictures with an angle of 109 degrees, can be used for macro photography and supports digital video stabilization for shooting, as they say, on the run. An 8-megapixel telephoto lens provides 3x optical and 30x digital zoom, as well as optical stabilization. In addition, This is the first smartphone company without Google services. App Gallery is used here as an app store, and programs that are not in it are easy to find on the internet. HUAWEI P40 Pro. HUAWEI P40 Pro differs from the previous version P40 even more. It has a larger screen of 6.58 inches, IP68 moisture protection and a quad camera. The manufacturer also refreshed the design of the model. The new OLED display is called Overflow because of its design. It is streamlined from all sides, and not just on the sides. Camera sensors have received significant changes. The main 50-megapixel camera has the widest sensor among smartphones today, supports 4-in-1 pixel fusion technology and OIS. Compared to the P30 Pro, the resolution of the ultra-wide-angle camera 40 megapixels doubled. The smartphone supports 5x optical, 10x hybrid and 50x digital zoom. The front camera is 32 megapixel and with depth sensor captures 4K video. The flagship uses the same processor as the Honor View 30 Pro, Kirin 995G. It has 8GB of RAM and 256GB storage. There are 2 SIM cards, one can be replaced with nano SD to expand the memory. The 4200 mAh battery supports super-fast charging of 40 watts. A smartphone fully charges in just 40 minutes, wireless and reverse wireless charging. But HUAWEI P40 Pro does not have Google services. The company replaced the Play Store with its own App Gallery application store. OPPO Find X2. The flagship OPPO Find X2 has got all the attention to its screen size of 6.7-inch AMOLED and is capable of working with a refresh rate of 120 Hz with a maximum picture resolution of 3168 x 1440 pixels, so you no longer have to choose between quality and refresh rate. The camera is a triple 48 megapixels plus 12 megapixels plus 13 megapixels, with the function of combining pixels 4-in-1, fast triple, autofocus, hybrid stabilization. There is a night mode and AI support. True, there were some compromises, for example, only 2x optical zoom is supported. The rest is flawless. The powerful Snapdragon 865, a decent supply of memory and even Dolby Atmos stereo speakers. Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro. Xiaomi Mi Note 10 Pro is suitable for those who want to get a pumped camera and good performance at an average price. The main feature of the device is a 108-megapixel camera with optical stabilization. By default, it shoots with a resolution of 27 megapixels, 6016 x 4512 pixels. However, with reliable fixation and good lighting in the 108-megapixel mode, you can get super detailed images with a record resolution of 12302 x 9024 pixels. The device uses a Qualcomm Snapdragon 730 processor, not the flagship, but still sharpened for mobile games. A huge 5260 mAh battery allows the smartphone charge to live for 2 days without problems. You can grumble except at a rather large size. A 6.47-inch device weighs 208 grams. A weighty gadget with rounded edges constantly strives to pop out of hands. This issue is partially resolved with the help of the silicone case that comes with the kit, but it makes the smartphone even thicker. HUAWEI X3. The main feature of HUAWEI X3 is a 6.89-inch display. The screen waterfall flows to the side faces and has no cutouts. At the same time, the side faces are not touch sensitive. This eliminates the risk of pressing interface elements and makes use more convenient. Another original solution, the front camera with a resolution of 16 megapixels was placed in a drawer in the middle of the screen and supplemented with a backlight. The main camera is triple, with the main sensor at 64 megapixels, all with the latest fashion. The smartphone uses a 7nm Qualcomm Snapdragon 855 Plus chip, 8GB of RAM and single storage capacity of 128GB. And the manufacturer retained a 3.5mm audio output, which is already a rarity these days. ONEPLUS 8 Pro. The older model of the new ONEPLUS flagship line is expected to come out with a top-end Snapdragon 865 chip, a pumped camera, 48+8 megapixels and a color filter sensor, and, finally, IP68 moisture protection. The smartphone can be washed and used underwater. A 6.78-inch Quad HD Plus display supports refresh rate of 120 Hz, which can already be called a trend among modern flagships. The battery of the Pro version is larger than that of the simple G8 to 4510 mAh plus support for fast wired, 30 watts, and fast wireless charging, for the first time in the brand's history. In general, OnePlus fans should definitely upgrade. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.